Hey guys, for today's video, I have my Booktube-A-Thon 2016 wrap-up video. Now, if you don't follow me on Snapchat or Twitter specifically, you wouldn't really know that this past week has really been a struggle for me. I got my tonsils and adenoids out actually a month ago, and if you can't actually tell, I'm a little bit stuffy right now because stuff is happening in my system, but because of that I actually had really bad chronic headaches this week. I did update you guys day 1. I accidentally deleted that video, so I'm sorry about that, but I did do a day 1 update, and then day 2, 3, and 4 I could not read. I didn't want to record. I was literally so miserable. I couldn't do anything and I felt so bad, but I just was so useless, so I didn't actually do anything for that. And then when I finally got better day 5, I started to get a little bit congested, and that's where I sort of am now. But I did end up reading 2 more books, day 5 to day 7. So I am at least proud of reading 3 books during the Booktube-A-Thon. I'm currently reading the 1 book that I had on my TBR that I didn't actually get to during the Booktube-A-Thon, so that's totally fine anyway. And I'm really happy with the books I did read, so let's get on to what those books are. So the first book I have is actually Idle, and this is by Kristen Callahan. Now, I'm actually going to count this for the book that I discovered through Booktube, and I know this is a change in my TBR, but when I was literally being miserable AF, I was watching YouTube videos and someone actually recommended this as a new adult read. It is a musician sort of new adult read, and I actually do like those sort of books, so I decided to pick it up and I read it and I did enjoy it. I did like it. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Is it my favorite? No. I think the biggest problem I had with this book was I thought it was going in one direction and then it sort of went in a different one. These characters weren't necessarily my favorites either, but I did like it. I just didn't love it, so that's why I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. The next book I have was for the challenge to read 7 books. So I didn't read 7 books, but this was the one I picked for that challenge. Anyway, that book is Little Black Dresses, Little White Lies by Laura Stampfler. I was sent this book by Jenna over at JKS Communications, so thank you so incredibly much. She actually sent me this book early because it came out during the week of the Booktube-A-Thon. It came out the 19th. And that was when I was very sick, and I was actually planning on posting my review, filming and posting my review and put it out on that date. But like I said, I was very sick and I actually had orientation that day, so it was a disaster of a day, so I didn't get to do that. But I am planning on filming my review sometime this week, and it will be out sometime this week, my review, so definitely look forward to that because I really enjoy this book. I gave it a 4 to 5 stars. I'm sort of debating on pushing it up to maybe a 4.25 or something because I really did love this book. I think it's such a fun, refreshing read. It was blurbed to me as The Devil Wears Prada meets Sex and the City, and I totally see those two comparisons because it has this sort of just uniqueness factor to it, and I love the main character. I love the whole New York City aspect and how we got to see the main character in sort of this magazine element. It was just a lot of fun to read, and yet again, if you are in a reading slump or need something sort of to pick you up, I would definitely recommend to check out this book. And then the final book I read was Sweet Thing, and this is by Renee Carlino. This is the book that I read only after sunset for that challenge, and how do I explain my feeling towards this book? So I was so excited to read this book because I heard so many fantastic things. Many people have recommended me this book because y'all know obviously I love my contemporary new adult books. They're just so easy to pick up. So I was ecstatic to pick this up. I thought I was going to love this book, and I was left disappointed in certain aspects. I'm just going to quickly say this because I'll probably go more into a tangent in my July wrap-up. But specifically, I gave this a 3.75 out of 5 stars, which is so specific. I just couldn't give it a 4, and I didn't want to give it a straight 3, but I thought 3.5 wasn't good enough, and then things changed, and I don't know. My thoughts on this book are so jumbled. I think I just want to hit 2 reasons why I felt I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I felt, not that it was rushed, but I felt the plotting was so weird for me. And the second thing that I definitely just didn't really enjoy about this book that sort of lowered my rating was the main character, Mia. That's all I'm going to say. just look forward to more thoughts in my July wrap-up. I did only read 3 books during the Booktube-A-Thon, but nonetheless, I'm actually very proud of myself just because this week was so stressful and so much stuff was thrown my way, but I still got to read 3 pretty awesome books. So let me know if you participated in the Booktube-A-Thon, what you read during it, and how you enjoyed your books. Also, let me know if you have read any of these books that I read during the Booktube-A-Thon and what you thought of them. Before I actually go, I wanted to quickly mention that I am currently reading A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This was on my Booktube-A-Thon at TBR, and I decided to pick it up immediately after the Booktube-A-Thon ended. So I am so excited to read this and then put my review out there for you guys. But yeah, that is it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!